What's good, everybody? We back with another breakdown. We are here with this fight. We got Timmy Cuamba versus Roberto Romero. It might surprise you, it won't. We got Roberto Romero. Got him at a 3 or 4 out of 10 confidence to win the fight. By finish, I got him at like a 3 out of 10. We'll start off with Cuamba, right? I'm gonna take you out through the process of how I was breaking it down, right? So I started obviously with Cuamba first because I had an idea of what Romero was. So I started with Cuamba, right? I'm watching this Lions fight. When I'm watching this fight, I'm like, yo, Cuamba's that guy. This fight should have been finished. Honestly, it was in the first round. He hurt him really bad. If it was in the UFC, that fight probably would have been a finish, right? I couldn't find some of these fights, right? So I watched this fight. It was a great fight. I'm like, damn. And it was 2021. So I'm like, you know, we're going back a little bit, but he is still looking impressive. Watching the Michael Stack fight, right? Whew. That head kick was nice. Again, I was thinking like, you know, I kind of like his striking. Honestly, I was thinking he's a really good fighter. In the Michael Stack fight, I was noticing some things I didn't like. That when Cuamba's on his back foot, his defense is bad, bro. It's actually really bad. Yo, while I was editing this, I just realized I didn't really get my point across. So what I meant by he's really bad on his back foot, that sounds so basic. What I mean is he likes to lure people in on the back foot, right? But it's not like he's like some slick counter puncher, right? He'll lure you in on the back foot, you throw, he likes to stay in the pocket and throw you. So he'll bring you, for some reason, he brings you back towards the cage, his back against the cage. He likes to stay in the pocket with you, but then he'll leave his chin wide open in the air while he's throwing really telegraphed shots, and his defense is just terrible. So that's what I meant by his defense on the back foot is bad, because he lures you into the back foot, but he's not this, you know, Conor McGregor. He's chin wide open in the air while I'm throwing shots while I'm back against the cage. That's what I meant by his defense is bad on the back foot. Yeah, my bad. He will leave his head up in the air, and he'll like try to counter, and then his head will be right up in the air. And I was noticing that. I was starting to notice that in this fight, so I was being sort of hesitant, because originally I was like, yeah, Cuamba's my pick, right? You know, like, we'll see, whatever, right? So I'm watching against Oki, and dude, Cuamba cannot fight against a jab. All Oki did in this fight was really just jab, roll with the punches, slip, and just hit him. You know, it was kind of like a counter off. They were having counter for counter, but Oki's jab was the difference maker in this fight, and he just couldn't get around it, and I was just like, I was low-key disappointed, right? This was not a split decision. I watched this fight unbiasedly, right? I liked Cuamba at the time, so in my head I was like, you know what? Let me see if Cuamba won this fight or if he really lost. Bro, it was 3-0 to Oki. I had Oki winning by 30-27, swear. So I don't think this should have been a split at all. I don't know what happened in this fight. It was in the Apex, right? Yeah, so I don't know. Right? This Lucas Almeida fight. I was streaming my breakdown, right? And I was like, you know what? I was like, you know that saying where it's like, yeah, this guy, he has some bad habits. Eventually, he's going to get caught for it. And then, boom, as soon as I said that, he gets caught and dropped by a 1-2 chin wide open in the air. Well, actually, he just hit him with a 1-2 that just passed through his guard. It was just like a 1-2. Drops him. Later in the round, he gets countered, chin wide open in the air. He gets tapped on the chin with the left straight or some shit, and just gets dropped. So, in this fight, bro, he looked terrible, bro. Like, honestly, all of my expectations and everything I thought about Cuamba went through the drain, and all of the doubts I had that I had ran down, I was like, look out for this stuff, it all came to fruition, bro. Dude, against Almeida, he looked terrible, bro. He really showed all the flaws. So then, I already had switched up. I was like, you know what? I think Romero's going to win because of the style that I thought he was in my head, right? So now let's go over to Romero, right? Roberto Romero. Man. It was a good watch. So, I watched this Justin Vasquez fight. So, in this fight, when I first watched it, right, it is a couple years ago. He's only like 23. All he really did in this fight was grapple. He was holding against the cage, getting takedowns, getting control time, and, you know, limiting the guy. Like, he had a good game plan for this fight. So, in my head, I was starting to be like, he's a grappler. I watched the Patrick Lahaney fight. This dude, Patrick Lahaney, he looks soft, bro. I'm like, he looking like Edward Twilight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he looked bad in this fight. He gassed towards the end of the fight. His game plan wasn't working. He was trying to get takedowns. It just wasn't working. I was low-key starting to think like, wow, this is kind of like a mirror match. I got two people who, they have some good qualities, but I don't like, you know, like, I was starting to think the same of Romero that I was thinking of Cuamba. But then I kept on going, you know, I was like, give him a try. This Toshido Kashi, you know what I'm saying? This guy, bro. At first, my impression of it was like, yeah, he's a can, you know, he just submitted him. But then as I'm watching it, Ashida, he was doing a lot of like reversals and stuff that you can tell that he trains, you know, the ground game. So it's not like he's just doing this stuff stupidly. Like he's trying to reverse into better positions so he could take over. But it showed that Romero had good intelligence for the grappling. He was like, okay, this guy's going to reverse me, so I'm going to take his back. You know, he did all the right things, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, it looked like an easy win, but it kind of showed the, how do you say it? The experience that he has with grappling, because he knew what was happening and he knew how to deal with it. And he got the submission. It was a great win. Fast track. Now we're back to when he fought David Onama, right? Ah, man, in this fight, I had David Onama. I thought David Onama, we can actually see it right here. So we had Elliott by decision. Old man Elliott. He knocked that motherfucker out. Deniz by KO. Onama by KO. You know, so I thought Onama was gonna win this fight by KO. He almost, you know what I'm saying? He almost did in the first round. But what I took away from this fight is I highly rate Onama, right? I think he's very good. He's very slick. He has great power. So that's my impression of Onama. Romero, I think he impressed me a lot only because, yeah, okay, he dropped him. Anybody could get dropped, right? It's not that. Is that he came into the UFC short notice on a pay-per-view, main card, and came in and did that. Or was it main card? I don't know if it was, but you know what I'm saying, right? No, so it wasn't main card, but it was like probably like prelim of the night, whatever. He did that, and he had a good performance, but he did fade hard. But I attribute that to a couple factors, right? That the reason why he faded so hard was because it was his first UFC fight ever, right? Short notice. And that it was David Onama. David Onama is still good, you know? He has great power. He has great ability to come back in the fight. So I also think that's why he faded as hard as he did. But I don't see Cuamba being able to do that to him. You know? I don't think Cuamba has the pressure, the power, or the resilience. Like, all the shots that Romero ate in this fight, I don't think Cuamba could have ate. I think if Cuamba was in that first round where Romero almost got finished, I think Cuamba would have got finished by Onama. That's what I think, right? One thing, you know what I'm saying, we're going to go into other elements, right? So, when we go to the Instagrams, right, there's a clear what the hell? Anyways, there's a clear difference, right? I'm looking at Cuamba's Instagram. It's kind of soy, you know? It's more about like, oh, we're in these cars. Oh, look at the UFC experience. We go to Romero's. He's posting in the locker room. He's over here like on some like, you know that one song, bro. Let me hold on. So we got his story, right? He's like sitting on the ground and shit. And it's like grayed out and shit, and it's like and I can just imagine like this is what they playing in the locker room. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like also I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like he on the locker room floor and he's just like this shit playing in his head. Awesome. I just lost to David Onama. I gotta get my get back. First row, find the UFC. I'm not losing to Cuamba. I can't lose. I don't want to lose. Awesome, like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Cuamba shit, right? And then this is the type of song this is the type of vibe I'm getting from Cuamba's Instagram and his fucking. This is the type of vibe I'm getting. Yeah, happy. Oh my gosh, look at the car. I'm in UFC. Ha ha ha. We're coming to win. I'm an underdog. Bet the house on me. Type of vibe I'm getting from Cuamba. You know what I'm saying? So off of vibes wise, fuck you, Cuamba. I was on you, now I'm not on you. Fuck you, man. Y'all don't believe me. I know y'all gonna be like, bro, what is he chatting about? Y'all think I'm lying, bro. Y'all think Yo, look at the profile. Look at him, bro. Does this look like someone who's trying to lose their second UFC fight? Or does he look locked in the gym? If we go to this dude's fucking Instagram, gotta pull up the other theme song, because we gotta visualize how this is really looking, bro. 2-fight losing streak, happy, jolly and shit. Twilight Timmy. Prediction. I'm right here. Oh, I'm in the car. Yo, 2001, brand new car. I'm in the front seat. I don't know I'm being recorded. You know you're being recorded. You know what I'm saying, bro? I can't take him serious. I can't take him serious. All right? I can't take him serious. Get this shit out of my face. I can't take him serious. You know what I'm saying? Romero, it makes me want to say I got him at a higher confidence, but no. Gotta be realistic. Low confidence. I got him winning. I think he should get a finish. But that's what I'm saying. 2 out of 10 for the finish. I think he wins this fight. But yeah. That's my reasoning. You know, we can get deeper into it if we want to. Romero actually has very good leg kicks. I like his leg kicks a lot, and he has very good checks. Like I'm watching, and he's he knows what he knows what he's doing when he has to check a leg kick. So it's not like he's like clueless, Cuamba, he does sometimes forget to check leg kicks, and he forgets about that aspect. So I think that could also be a big thing. I just don't like how he leaves his chin in the open, bro. Like he has good striking, Cuamba. It's nice, but his defense is bad. And I think that's where Romero's gonna take over. Romero likes to duck a lot. I don't know why. But he does like to duck a lot, so I could see that being a thing where he just fucking Cuamba throws a telegraphed ass straight hook, overhand, something, and he just ducks it, counters overhand right. I can see it coming, so that's why I really got Romero. Low confidence, but he's growing on me. After that aura farming I just did for him, he's growing on me. You know what I'm saying? And after we just discredited Cuamba, he's growing on me. But that's my prediction. We got Roberto, Romero, 3-4 out of 10. Confidence to win the finish, 2-3 out of 10. But yeah, that's the breakdown. If you guys got any questions, anything, put them in the comments. I gotcha. Oh, my bad. I gotcha. Just let me know. That's the breakdown. I'm gonna catch ya.